What is up, YouTube knife community? Back again. Today we are going to talk about some Twosun knives. If you guys don't know, my good buddy OCD4EDC, right there's one of his stickers. If you don't know him, go check him out. He's on Instagram and YouTube, and he goes by OCD4EDC on both. Again, right here's his sticker, OCD, the number 4, EDC. Justin's a killer guy. And really appreciate him giving me a chance to check out some of these knives. They're just totally mind-blowing, the quality of these knives. So we'll tear into these. First up is the TS200, and this one is a slip joint. Your blade steel is M390, as you can see somewhere. Right there, M390. It's a Jelly Jerry design. Very, very nice blade design. Let me get some of the stuff off of it. Excuse me. Yeah, there's the blade. It's got a fuller that runs the length. The spine on this knife is pretty sexy. I like it. They chamfer the spine of the knife. Everything's done great. And as you can see, there's some micro milling in the titanium. You got a milled clip. Milled titanium pocket clip with good retention, decent ramp. It functions good. The back spring is also titanium. As I said, it's a full titanium build. We'll move this Hank out of the way. We'll lay it down here on the table and we'll get some measurements. So you're looking at 2 3/4 inch cutting edge and a 3-inch blade, and then it's about 6 7/8 overall. Very, very EDCable size slip joint. It feels great in the hand. It does have a half stop. Walk and talk sounds pretty good on it. Very nice knife. And this one happens to weigh 3.5 ounces, which in my opinion is not that terrible for this size of a knife. And as I said, the micro milling that you get with this one, man, is sexy. So, yeah, I really, 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 really like that knife. I can't remember what the price is. I think it's like 90 bucks on Amazon when they're available. I'm not sure if they're available right now. That's the one major bitch that I could have about Twosun knives is they're hard to get. So, other than that, man, I actually really enjoy these knives. Next up is another slip joint, and this one is the TS130, and here it is. It says Twosun right on the handle there, proudly. This is a night morning design, and this one is in M390 as well. Let me clean the blade again. I have carried these a few times. I haven't really used them much, but I have carried them. This one again has the full length, good decent blade stock, you know, with a nice swedge up front here. And this titanium is coated with something. It's a black coating, but you got a titanium back spring, titanium milled pocket clip again. Very nice. And like I said, it also has the half stop right there. Very tight spring on it. Works excellent. Again, this one feels good in the hand. Very EDCable knife. And you're looking at a little bit bigger knife this go around. You got a cutting edge of about 3 3/4, and it's about 7 7/8 overall, as you can see right there. And it weighs 3.9 ounces, which is not that bad for its size and the fact that it is a full titanium build. So yeah, really digging these slip joints. I didn't think I would as much as I do, but yeah, they're sharp. I really like them. So next up is a TS88, and this one right here is sort of mind-blowing. Take a good look at the knife, and you won't see any screws whatsoever on this knife. It's pretty slick. It's got great action. All these knives have great action, especially once you get past that detent ramp. They drop right on down there for you. Yeah, if I can do it. But anyway, great action for what you get in here and the money that you spend. And this is a night morning design, and it is in M390 as well. I really like the way they did this milling right here on the blade, and the stock on this knife is awesome. I really like it. You could use this for a harder use knife if you wanted to. Again, the screws construction is kind of mind blowing, and you with all these flipper titanium builds with Twosun, you get the lock bar insert, you get ceramic detent, ceramic ball bearings. They're just built like, I mean, it's insane the build quality on these knives for the money that you spend. Again, this is a TS88, and you're looking at $177, which is one of the higher end Twosuns, but still a knife of this build quality with any other name on it, any other production company name on it, would be $250, $300 at least that. You're looking at a big slab of titanium for a back spacer. Sits just a touch proud of the scales. I actually like that. This knife has pretty good ergos. No jimping. Love that. Just an excellent build, excellent knife. Really enjoyed this one too. I carried it a few times. So as far as dimensions, this is a pretty good size knife. You're looking at the 3 3/4 cutting edge, and about 8 5/8 overall, and it weighs right at 5 ounces. Actually, it's 4.9 on my scales. So again, the TS88, $177. So and all these, most of these are right around that 1/2 inch thickness range. Just a couple of them just a fuzz under 1/2 inch, but they all carry great, man. In the pocket, great, and in the hand, they're awesome. Out of this batch, this one right here is probably my least favorite, and the only reason I say that is because I'm not real big on these real thin profile knives. But other than that, man, this is an excellent knife. Like I never carry a gentleman's folder, and I consider this like to be in that range of a gentleman's folder because it's so small. But it's freaking phenomenal. Again, just a badass knife with this flame titanium like this, and the size of this knife and everything that you're getting. This knife would cost you $65. This one's in D2. I don't remember the designer on this one, but yeah, but $62 for a flame job on titanium like this. You just can't beat that. This is the 67, the TS67, and it actually has a name. It's called the Fire. But again, man, just a gorgeous knife. It's just not my style, but it is built great. And with this one, you're looking at about 3 1/2 inch cutting edge. Wait, I may have lied to you. Yeah, about 3 5/8 cutting edge, I'd say. And overall, you're looking at 8 1/2, right around that area. And it weighs right at 4 ounces, which is not bad for the size of the blade that you get. I do like that grind on it, that tanto, spanto kind of grind. And the action on this one is freaking ridiculous. It just falls right on down. And your centering is pretty much spot on. It might be a hair off to the show side, just a hair. But I mean, other than that, man, it's phenomenal. And that pivot might need to be tightened up a bit. So yeah, that could be the issue there. And then the last one, this is out of this batch of knives, this is probably my favorite one. And this is the TS81 with bone inlays, milled titanium, micro milling on it or whatever. This jimping on the back of this thing feels great. Like I said, I'm not usually a fan of jimping, but I don't really consider it jimping. It's just like grooves in the handle, but it feels great in the hand. And then with this one, you get a milled titanium clip, and it's got the ceramic ball that actually rolls, I think. But yeah, this is a phenomenal knife. This one happens to be in D2. I think they make other versions of it with upgraded steel. This one's a Wong design, and this one is also right around that $65 range. I don't see how in the hell this knife is 65 bucks. Does that look like a $65 knife to anybody sitting there watching this? And the answer would be no. It's it's just phenomenal for the price that you pay for these knives. This one's got something on the blade. I can't get it off right now, but it's just a gorgeous knife, well built, just phenomenal. This one's got a 3.5-inch cutting edge. It's about 8.5 overall, and it weighs 4.6 ounces. And again, it's right at that 1/2-inch thickness that everybody likes. So yeah, it's a great knife. Just real quick, I'm gonna clear most of these off. Again, here is your TS200. I'm gonna take it off, and then this is your TS130 slip joint, and then this is the sorry guys, I gotta look at my notes here. This is the TS88, the screwless build right here. Very nice knife, loving it. And then again, this is the TS67 Fire. I'm gonna take it away too, and we're gonna stick with this one right here for just a second, and we are going to disassemble this knife real quick, just for giggles. I want to show some of the internal parts. I'm not going to put it back together on screen. I'm just going to take it apart. Everything on this knife is a T8. Very easy to take apart. I want to show you guys the hardware on these things. So as you see, you got a milled out slot for the clip to lay in, and here's that ball, and it does I'm not sure if it rolls or not, but see in the clip you even got those milled lines. Even on the back of this clip you can see the milled lines. I mean, the attention to detail that they pay to these knives is freaking crazy, man, for the price that you're paying. Let's see, I think that one just holds the bone in the end. Yep. Okay, so, well, shit. Hang on, I'll take this off for just a second. There we go. The tolerances on these knives are great too. It's phenomenal. So here's the back side of your scale. Right here and there you can see your lock bar insert, your ceramic detent, all that good stuff. So there's that scale. And then here's the blade. So you got your milled pockets, your bearing pockets there. Very nicely machined. Let me clean some of that crud off so you can see it better. So here you go. Sorry about that. There's your pockets milled in there very nicely. You do have a detent ramp right here. You don't get that on a lot of higher end knives, higher end production knives. So yeah, and here's your bearings right here, your stop pin, all that good stuff. The pivot is captured. Wait, no, it's not. The pivot's not captured. My bad. There's your back spacer, looking good. And here's a good shot at your bearings. Definitely ceramic bearings. So there's that. And then here's another thing that blows my mind. Justin told me about this long ago, and once you see it, it's crazy. So here's your bearing washers. Most of the time they're about half this thick with Spyderco. If anybody out there has ever taken apart a Spyderco Domino, that is the worst bearing system I've ever seen in my life. And so you get these milled lines, like a bearing race inside there for your actual little ball bearings to roll around on. So that's why these knives have such phenomenal action, because the attention to detail that Twosun pays to these internals on these things, it's just freaking phenomenal. Now, who else out there is micro milling the back side of a milled titanium clip and leaving them, leaving you some pretty lines like that? Nobody's doing that. It's insane what they're doing at the price point that they're doing it in. And again, I mean, you just get this action that is retarded, and the steels are performing. I've tested several of these. They do some excellent Sandvik steels. Their M390 is just a little bit soft, but for the price you're paying, guys, it's awesome. I mean, you just can't beat these knives. So again, Justin, buddy, I want to say thank you for sending these out for me to check out. I really appreciate it, man. It's been a phenomenal experience to have these. Without you, man, I probably would have never had a chance to check out this many this quick. And it's definitely got me paying a whole lot of attention to what Twosun's doing. Very excited to see what they do in the future. I mean, I know they got a lot of designs coming out. They're constantly putting out awesome designs. So definitely keep your eyes out on Twosun, because they're killing it, man. This build quality right here is phenomenal. For this one, guys, that's all I've got. I want to say thank you, every one of you, for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Justin, again, brother, I appreciate you. Guys, hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about these knives. And until the next one, guys, I'll see you. Thanks.